It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Complete to Forsett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Well, this is one wide receiver whose toughness will never be questioned because he fires off the line of scrimmage, runs his route, and he understands sometimes the collision is going to happen. In this case, steals himself well, keeps the arms in...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Giants are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Okay, ready?
Now a first carry here for their running back. Breaks through the contact. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Now, faster. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They go play action here on 1st down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Escapes, and a big loss here as he's taken down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. 3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Now back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Now a 2nd and 10.
60. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Panther Street. Panther Street.
They'll drop to throw. A complete to Drake London. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Ready. Panther 60.
Now they'll audible to something else. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. The Falcons at 2-6 now on the year. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Walker. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll look to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 42. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Ready, set. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Dragon 60. Here we go. Here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 2nd and a couple.
70 ring. 70 ring. Buffalo 18. 70. Viking 18. Hut, hut.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Let's go now. Cup 19. Cup 19. Cowboy 80.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Bronco 80. 79 Bronco. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. And he finds Forsett. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Ready,
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Shut up. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Check go.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Sanders' kick is good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Escapes the defender. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Here we go, Shaq.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Finding Walker complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Let's stay 19 tight, 19 tight. Here we go, Cougar 19. Hut, hut.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he stopped immediately there.
On the ball now.
2nd and 10.
Trap 60. 7-5.
they'll look to throw here. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now they'll shift things around.
Go.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Forced out to his left. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Steps away. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. From the 46, here's 2nd down and a yard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Here's 3rd and 3.
Here we go, set.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. He'll look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Troy Anderson. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
He'll look to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room. It translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they'll have 50 seconds to work with, so that really plenty of time to try to put something together.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll set up a throw.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked up by Troy Anderson.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And the Giants are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Across midfield. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Buffalo 18.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, come on. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Looking to throw. Into the hands of London.
Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They're going to look to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Ready up.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, And that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Complete. It's Johnson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. Back to throw again. He finds his target, Allen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
In motion goes the tight end. 2nd and 6. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Hooked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
On the jump. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Come on, set. Ready.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick. Thus, inaccurate, incomplete.
Shut up. 79 Bronco. Street. 19 Lion. Ready.
Back to throw. And he is going to have the 1st down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the 1st down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
Robinson on a give right side. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Flush. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Here we go, set.
Now they'll change things up.
Mustang 19. 19 tight. Trap 60. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. Laying himself out in the end zone.
And the Giants are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Robinson up the middle.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out on this 3rd quarter. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
Here we go, here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
Let's go now. Ready, ready.
They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Down the left sideline.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A big play there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Giants strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Shut up.
Hand off now to Robinson.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Robinson. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical. You feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Dragon 60. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Has his man, it's Shakir.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Got it. Ready? Go!
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
96 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. Here's 2nd and 3.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, That looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Let's go now.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Giants have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Here's
Ready?
1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Set.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here comes 2nd down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
London hauls this one in.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
Finding Walker complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Ready, ready. 19 Lion. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Shut up. Mustang 19. Go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Repeated the last play, finding Walker.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Now 2nd and 4.
60, check. Let's go. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Warriors 70. Check go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Working the side.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. And now an audible here into something else.
70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Buffalo 18. Rig alert. Rig alert. Hook.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Bronco 80. Pioneer. Ready.
2nd and 2. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And this will be recovered by the Giants, and that ought to just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. This is caught inside the 15. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2.
Let's go now. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. This is 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hey, smash.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Pass complete to Robinson.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Ready.
Here's 1st down.
Come on, come on. Set. 70 Lions.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
This pass is caught by London.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20.